Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today I'm coming to you completely makeup free because I wanted to do a palette bingo. It has been absolutely ages since I've done a palette bingo and they are honestly something that I find so much fun. Now, if you have never seen a palette bingo before, first of all, welcome. This is where we randomize any amount of eyeshadows that we then have to use to put together and create a look. It's a wonderful way to kind of push yourself outside of your comfort zone, use shades together that you wouldn't have done so ordinarily, and really just sort of flex your creative muscles. Now, if you've seen my Level Up Project Pan intro, then you may know that my Level Up palette for level 1 is the Beautiful in Barcelona palette from BH Cosmetics. It is an absolutely beautiful palette, and I think it will be a lot of fun to play with. Now, full disclosure, I have actually tried to film this a couple of times, and I keep re-rolling nothing but mattes, and I just can't live that life. So we're gonna try again. We're gonna randomize. I think we're gonna stay with trying to randomize 4 shades. And because most of the mattes in this palette are really kind of one depth, I do also have a Z palette here with just some additional shades in it to help with like blending out the crease, deepening corners, stuff like that. So if we have to dip into it, we will. But let's try to pull a better color palette than the one that I keep seeming to get. So I've put variables 1 through 16 in my pretty random app. Sorry about all the reflection. So we have 14, which is a matte. We have 11, which is a matte. We have 4, which I don't think is a matte. And we have 2, which I don't think is a matte. So let's see what we're working with. Yes. All right, so we're all swatched out, and I'm not gonna lie, it's better than what I've gotten in the past couple of attempts, but it isn't good. This actually pulled my 2 least favorite shades in the whole palette. So we'll see how it goes. Let's talk about it. So starting from the top, this is my actual least favorite shade in the palette. This is the shade Flamenco. This is a matte black with blue kind of teal loose glitter in it. This shade right here, number 11, is the shade Spain. This is just a matte sort of brick red. This shade right here is shade number 4 called Fiesta. This is kind of a metallic. It's basically a blackened base purple. It's very dark. And then this shade right here is shade number 2 called Enchanting. This shade I like. So I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with putting all this on my face. Alrighty, here we are zoomed in all nice and tight, and in a shocking turn of events, I've applied all of my face makeup. I did this because I have a feeling this look is gonna get really out of hand really quickly, and I thought the best way to combat that would be to apply some tape, and on me, I find that the tape sticks better to makeup than it does to my skin. So we're just gonna go with it. I've already applied my eye primer and the shade La Rambla to set that down, and we are going to go in first with the shade Spain, which is this shade right here, and we are going to start building that through the crease. Again, I find that the majority of the shades that are matte in this palette really only have one depth to them. So I do have to be really, really careful, and I'm trying to concentrate the majority of the color to the outer portion and then just taking whatever's left on the brush and dragging that inwards so that it doesn't overtake my eye. I don't tend to support, or my face I guess doesn't tend to support super, super dark looks, and that's what we have to work with here. So I do like the way that it blends out. You just have to go slowly with it. It does blend out to a really nice kind of berry shade. You just got to finesse it a little. All right, we're gonna leave it there and do the same thing theoretically on the other side. All right, if you had full memory card on your Ashley's Random Transitions bingo card, make sure to mark it. I did go ahead and finish off the other eye and then cleared off some space so that we could continue. And I am going to go in with Fiesta, which is this blackened plum pseudo metallic. And I'm gonna do that on, I think, the outer at least half of my eye and see kind of where that leaves us. Ooh, the tape is trying to lift. Don't love that for me. Also, I don't know that this was the correct brush choice for me, but we are going to go with it. And then going back in with the original brush, I just want to try to blend the two sides together before the tape completely removes itself from my face. All right, now we're gonna take it off because it's just gonna create more harm than good at the moment, and then move on to the other side, which seems to be sticking at the moment a little bit better. All right. And then again, going in the first brush and just trying to blend those two babies together. All right, we're gonna pull this one off too, so that if I make them a disaster, I make them a disaster together. Okay. All right. Ooh. This is a thing, my friends. This is a thing. Okay. We're going to leave that there and go in with, I think, just my finger, because I'm already making a mess. No, I can't use my finger. I'll use a brush and a little bit of my NYX glitter primer. There we go. And then into Enchanting, which is that shade number 2 that I drew. We're going to use that on the inner portion of the lid. Now, I have to say, originally I was incredibly apprehensive about this color story, but it's actually coming together. I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. I know that I still haven't used flamenco yet, and we'll get there, but so far I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Again, going in with the first brush that we used with the shade Spain, just using it to diffuse a little bit of the shimmer that's against the crease. Okay, I can work with this. I am relieved. I am relieved. Now this definitely looks super wonky, so I'm gonna have to mess with it and fix it, but I'm remarkably shocked. All right. That's what I love about Palette Bingo, though, is that I can guarantee you I never would have done this had I not played this game with myself. And now I'm feeling pretty good. Diffuse that out just a little bit. Okay, okay. All right, okay. The relief is setting in. The relief is setting in. Definitely have some cleanup to do. Yeah, I mean, the tape definitely pulled super wonky on this side. And we're gonna try to figure out how to work with it. And we're gonna start with, I think this brush right here, we're gonna go back into Spain and I'm gonna use it to smudge all along the lower lash line. I think I need a different mirror and I can see myself a little bit closer in. I'm not someone that usually does a super intense lash line, but I feel like for this, we gotta go kind of hard. Whew, okay, I definitely think that this needs to be diffused out a little bit more. So let's find something fluffy but small, like this. And we're gonna go back into Le Rambla. I hope I'm saying that right. Which is just the matte bone shade. And I'm gonna try to soften this up a little bit. Okay. All right. So also, in order to fulfill the obligation for flamenco, we're going to go ahead and take flamenco and we're going to use it just on the lower lash line because I realize that it's a bit of a cop-out, but we already have a lot going on. Yes. Okay, I'm shocked. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup and then we'll come back and we'll see what it final look looks like. All right, my friends, there we have it. These shocking final results of this palette bingo, and I can't lie, I'm really over the moon. I am so impressed with how this came out. This sort of pinky, purpley, plummy, smoky eye is giving me all the feels right now. I love how it came out, and I feel so lucky that I pulled these shades because I would not have created this look otherwise. And it also allowed me to get some of the shadows out of the way in that Level Up project pan that I didn't really want to use, so they are now marked off for their one use. But honestly, I could do this look again and be really pleased with it. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. Is this something you want to see coming back, the palette bingo? Because I will happily make that happen for you. And give me a vote. What palette would you like me to do a palette bingo with next? If I have it, we'll see what we can do, okay? As always, everything that I'm wearing is going to be linked in the description box below if anyone is curious what I use to finish off my face. If you have enjoyed this video, again, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you will consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.